I'm trying to encourage you.
Steve's, and you have a bit. I've started reading more and I'm doing more science stuff, even though some of it does me head in, like I say. Knowledge is almost annoying. Right, knowing about that mammoth is annoying.
Think about being a quote. Yeah. Things like, if I have seen furthers cluster on the shoulder of giants, we will fight them on the beaches. E equals MC squared. Knowledge is annoying.
Yeah.
That's an amazing one. Carl Pilkington, 2005.
No, but it can get you down, can't it? Knowing stuff that's going on.
Yeah, knowing stuff. But sometimes I don't want stuff in my head. When I read a horrible story or someone tells me, I wish I didn't know it. Yeah.
Yeah, that's all I'm saying. But, at the same time, there was something in the paper about, things to do before you die. And it was just stuff that I sort of looked at, I thought, don't want to do that, cross that off, not bothering with that. At number one, you always know what's at number one, it's the same thing every time.
Swim with dolphins.
Yeah. Don't know why. Do you want to do that?
What's going on down there that it's so good? What do we not know about?
I mean, yeah, it'd be fun. I'd love to, sort of encounter most animals, to be honest. I mean, there's be a few animals on the top of the list. I'd rather hang out with a bunch of chimps.
I wonder if it's, you're down there with dolphins, and you're swimming with them, and then they click away, they click.
And they tell you a secret.
You go into they lead you into a cave, right? But down there, it's like being at, like, Rolling Stones' house in the 1970s. It's
they're
like
smoking.
There's drink, there's women, there's Mars bars. There's like,
they're eating tuna, they're loving tuna.
They're loving it, but they can speak, they go, oh, this clicking stuff, it's nonsense. We're in a wild time then, they go berserk, go crazy, it's 24 hours of non-stop debauchery.
I think it's spiritual,
but never mention it to anyone else.
It's incredible, because you know they're so intelligent, and, you know... Do you know about dolphins, though, that how intelligent they are?
Well, people keep saying that, but what have they done? You know what I mean? What has someone done that they've gone, they spoke, you know, I've read a book by a dolphin or whatever, what have they done that makes them so bright? It's the same way they go, you know, they look after you, they save you and that. There's got to be one bad un in that bunch.
Of course there... Sorry, I wasn't suggesting they're all flipper. I'm not just they're constantly going round the oceans trying to save people. I mean, they're intelligent, you know.
In what way?
What do you mean, in what way?
Well, what do you mean?
Why do they pass tests?
Saying they're bright?
Because of the things they can achieve and learn.
Like what?
Well, they can tell shapes, objects, colours. Sorry, Carl, I mean, they're no match for you. They're not as clever as you. They're way down this, that. But it's all relative, isn't it? For a non-human, they're doing okay. They're up there with chimps, you know.
So what do you want to do before you die? Any achievements you want to have?
Well, if I'm ill, I'd prefer to go to the doctors than to go with the dolphins.
Yeah.
Why are you suddenly ill? It's not, when they say things to do before you die, they don't literally mean the sort of, the day before.
They mean
you croak it.
That you want to experience life. You can do it over the next 20 years.
Is that what you thought you meant? Like, literally
is
the
that
24
what you
hours
meant?
Before
like
you
a
die?
Priest there going, give me the list. What is it, Grandad? Dolphins! You know, no fit state, Grandad. Get me in the water. Get me down to Brighton. What do you think that list means?
Well, yeah, that. You know, before you die.
You're incredible, Carl. You're all this time.
Things to do before you die.
That's why he doesn't want to do any of them.
Didn't you think it was a bit extraordinary that you had to try and swim with dolphins and visit Disneyland and climb Mount Kilimanjaro all in the same afternoon?
That's why I said to you, I would be in no mood for a dip.
That's incredible! Always a new twist on things. Always.
Say about travelling and that, you like travelling and stuff, but why?
Because I've seen and experienced extraordinary things. You know, I went to Kenya once, I met a man who was a vigilante. He was cleaning up his neighbourhood because the police were too corrupt to do it, carried a sword, and, you know, he was extraordinary. He'd been attacked, but he didn't care, he fought them off. He was trying in this little slum area to try and instill some law and order. He had to arrest his, brother-in-law once. It was a fascinating story, and he was an extraordinary man.
I went to Manchester, and I saw two lads with big heads and webbed feet looking at a house. There was a horse in the living room. I mean,
that's living.
Leave it then. Listen, I didn't realise it's like 7 minutes to, right?
Well, come on then.
Well, let's do Rockbusters,
yeah, do Rockbusters, and you got Monkey News.
Well, we'll see if we've got time.
No, we got to do Monkey News.
Right, listen though, Justin, if he's out in the office.
Oh, look, just quick, do the Rockbusters answers then.
Have you got a winner?
No, I don't even know the answers,
we'll pick one. Alright then, the first one.
Oh,
right.
I just got the plastic cup.
Right, the first one was, when I'm ill.
Yeah.
I throw up horse food. Right?
Yeah.
That's the clue. The initials were IH.
I got this one.
And that
I must
was,
say, too.
that was I sick haze, because when you're ill, you're sick. What do horses eat? They eat hay. I sick haze. I sick haze is the answer. You got that. Second one, that garden tool. That garden tool you've got, it's not yours. What are you doing with it? Right? ND.
That was different.
That was what's a garden tool? A rake. Right? If it's not yours, what have you done? You've nicked it. You've nicked Drake. You've nicked that rake. Nick Drake. Nick Rake. Right? So that's ND. So you got that.
That's fine. No, that's fine. That's fine.
The third one, that male sheep sounds well fed up.
Go on.
What's up with it? That was TR. That was that ram. It's a ram. That's a male sheep. It's fed up. It's moaning. Ram moans. Ramones. The Ramones. So they got that as well.
Let's give it to Jenny McKean from Isle of Wight, because she's got all three of those answers, and
Right, straight on to monkey news. It better be
no,
done
let's
now.
play a record.
We've got to do monkey news. It's only 5 minutes to go.
We've got time for a record and then some monkey news, surely.
Oh.
Bit of XTC.
Making plans for Nigel XTC. Okay, let's play the jingle.
Oh, chimpanzee, that monkey news.
Right, this happened in Pittsburgh, right? There was a rock band, and they've got this studio in Pittsburgh and what have you, and they're laying down tracks and stuff like that. And in the studio that they use, right, there's this monkey works there. Right,
I love the way he throws that in. Like he throws that in. This monkey works there.
No, it's just got a little gig there. He sort of it carries the equipment in, guitars. Stuff like that.
It doesn't.
He does.
No, it doesn't.
He just sort of cleans up after the band.
No, he doesn't.
Emptying the ashtrays.
Doesn't
that sort of
happen.
stuff. It
Doesn't
does.
happen.
That's the gig it's got. Anyway, right.
Gets women out of the crowd that they want to go visit
With one arm.
drag them back.
So anyway, right. So the band's in the studio, right? And one of the band members brings some A&R fella to the studio to have a listen to the latest track. Right?
Yeah.
So they hit play, and they're all there going, "Yeah, brilliant, this is good."
Oh no.
Anyway, so the fella says, "Yeah, I like the track. I especially like the bass on it." Right?
Right, this is bullshit.
So
This is rubbish.
So
And they hadn't laid down a bass track?
so this is, have you heard it? So
Carl,
weird
please
thing
don't
is,
do this
right,
to
so
me.
the A&R fella goes, and
Yeah.
it's like, the band members are stood about, and they're going, "That's good that you liked it." And I'm saying, "Yeah, but what's he on about with the bass?" So they played it
No,
back.
this is rubbish. This is absolute rubbish. Where did you get this from?
Please, because we never get
Where
to the
did
end.
you
Let's
get
hear it,
this?
let's
Is
hear it.
absolute nonsense.
So they played it back.
Yeah,
right?
and it's the chimp playing bass. Definitely not.
So they were like, "That's weird, we haven't got a bassist." Anyway, so they go, "Well, whatever, right?" So
We
they
haven't
leave.
got a bassist.
So
They go, whatever, let's go home.
Oh, forget it.
Landed, Mr. Ben Folds. We've landed on XFM 4.9. Looking today, Steve Merchant and little Carl Pilkington and his magical little manky round baldy head. He was described as wacky mank in one of the papers this week.
Really? Brilliant.
Well, remember we were talking about it last week about he came round to my house and I popped out my Mr. Johnson. Sure, to take a little look at.
And his two
That made the papers. That made the papers.
Wow. What paper? It wasn't front page of the Times. It must have been like the Daily Star or something.
Just squeeze live 8 on the second page. Yeah, so wacky mank.
Wacky mank. That's
Wacky
great.
mank.
Wacky mank.
We had an email from someone who reckons they remember you from body popping round Salford way.
Yeah, Eccles Precinct apparently.
You know that anyway.
I wasn't doing it round there though.
Well, was we?
I was around Stretford. Stretford Arndale.
And what were you doing? What sort of body popping was it?
A bit of everything. Caterpillar. Bit of moonwalking.
Do you have a little piece of line you used to carry around?
Well, mates had that.
Right, you didn't
Polar
bother with
bears. Polar bears.
Were you any good? You weren't breakdancing, well, you weren't spinning on your head and stuff, you were more body popping.
Well, I hope he wasn't being on his head, because you know that can sort of give you little brain damage and things.
It can give you brain damage. Also, it can wear your head down, and also makes your head perfectly round.
Yeah.
Because gravity is pulling on.
But if you keep on doing it, obviously it's going to wear your hair
out, yeah. So you become sort of like a stupid, bald, and roundy headed.
Yeah.
So I very much doubt that you did do any of that. Did you, Carl?
Didn't do any of that.
Well.
So you're shooting off in a minute, aren't you?
Well, yes, because we were trying to make poverty history, Carl. Yeah, people are making poverty history all over the place. They're putting on a wristband, and it seems to be working, because I haven't been poor for ages.
I haven't been poor.
And Alex had a stop bullying.
Alex was wearing a stop bullying wristband, and as he himself said, he seems to have sorted that out.
You haven't been bullied for
I haven't been
ages.
bullied for years.
So wristbands work.
I saw one in a shop window the other day, which said, stop child abuse. And I bought one, obviously, because, a lot of people say, does it make a difference, but it was only a quid, and I'd only spent it on kiddie porn. So, I think I've made a little difference there, in a small way.
On a serious note, I like the idea that stop child abuse. You're a paedophile, and you're walking a bag of sweets near there, and you see this wristband, and you go, oh, stop it. Oh, okay then.
Yeah, I thought before, that's what I think.
Okay, fair enough. Yeah, well, I won't be doing that again.
Yeah, he was hanging around in Topshop for unsavoury reasons. He saw them in there for only a quid.
Carl, we haven't got long, have we? We've got an hour and a half, because we've got to shoot off. I've got to shoot off down to Live 8 and then introduce Rem. So we've got a lot to pack in. We got the Rockbusters, and then we give away. I just saw those. I'll finish the sentence in a minute.
I look forward to it.
I'm getting excited. So we've got so much to pack in. I haven't got time to finish all mine. So listen, right? Do you know the things we're giving away? The signed little Homer, the Nigel Tufnell thing, and the Flanimals, right? Looks brilliant. They've done a brilliant job, the people here at XFM. So take back all you were saying about them, Carl.
And also, we should say as well, you've still got a chance to win that, because if you get today's Rockbusters, you go straight into the hat with a big draw, so you've still got a chance to win all those top prizes.
Play a record.
Bit of monkeys.
Yeah. Monkeys. Pleasant Valley Sunday. Oh, do you like that, Carl?
It's alright, yeah. What's it about?
Well, if you heard, it was a sort of description of, typical suburbia, isn't it?
Here in status symbol land.
It's a sly dig.
When the monkeys get a bee in their bonnet about something, you better not.
You don't want to be on the receiving end of that.
Yeah.
We've got a good song with a story later.
Go on, what have we got?
Don't want to tell you yet.
Alright.
Now, is it as pitiful as last week's, where you somehow misheard that Eric Clapton song? What was the Eric Clapton song?
Well, Wonderful Tonight, and he was convinced it was about a bloke in a wheelchair for no reason. No evidence at all. Other than she's walking around with me.
Yeah.
Well, yeah, walking around with me. No.
I walk into a room and everyone's head turns to look at her, which you didn't seem to
Helps him to bed.
Because he's drunk. Is there a few?
Oh, never mind.
Yeah, well, you're totally wrong.
Big day, Carl, though, isn't it? Because there's lots going on, and I know Carl's very important for him that he champions Live 8.
I don't know what's going on. I don't know what. I am sick of it, to be honest.
Sick of what?
Just sick of reading about it. Sick of this Live 8 thing. Sick of it all.
Brilliant.
Fed up with it.
What annoys you particularly?
It's not only that today, though, is it? On the way in today, right? Saw a gay fella on a bike.
Weird?
On a bike, rushing. What time did the gay march start? What time did it have to be?
Why are you looking at me? I don't know.
No, but he was rushing, left it late, so he'd had a late night again, so my point's right about him.
What was your point about, just to people who just tuned in?
Well, the fact that they go out late, so, they sort of have a nice night out from about 11:30. They're lying in the jeans at like...
In their jeans! They're leather trousers.
But anyway, right, so...
They're cutting the back out of their leather trousers about 10:30 at night.
I'm getting in, right, and I see one stressed out, rushing, right, on a racer, wearing high heels.
Oh, I love you. He's 50's dad, isn't he? He's just angry.
If you're a gay fella and you're proud to be gay, but you also want to make poverty history, you don't know what to do today, do you? You're racing all over the place. You murder. It seems a bit unfortunate that they've put them on the same day.
Yeah. Well, you can get little leather studded wristbands that say make poverty history.
Yeah.
So you can join in on both
You can
parts.
kill two birds at once, don't you?
Yeah.
But why is live bait stressing you out? It's for a good cause. You must have, you know, I know we've discussed this in the past, and you don't really know what you're talking about. But
I mean, maybe that's the problem. I'm just, I don't know. I mean, I could have told them ages ago that there was no way that they were going to pay it back. I knew that was going to happen.
I love that. But they didn't consult you, did they? When they were handing out this money willy-nilly to people who were dying, you could have had a quiet word with them.
All I'm saying is,
you could have said to Harold Wilson, Harold, you're not going to get this back, mate. You're not going to get this back, mate.
When I wanted a mortgage, I had to supply 3 wage slips, is what I'm saying. I was double checked out loads of times.
I'd like to see, have you ever seen that guy Alvin Hall, who gives financial advice to perhaps teenagers who don't know how to spend their money wisely?
Alright.
Perhaps like send him over there. He's the guy with the bow tie.
Oh yeah,
You know what I mean?
yeah.
Send him over there and just sort of have a chat with him and say, you know, make a list of what you're spending it on.
So it is basically, will you be annoyed if they drop all debt and double aid and everything?
No, because I mean, you know, people sometimes need help and that, don't they? You've got to help people out, but
Yeah.
it's how many times is the thing. You know what I mean? Let them off. But do I, you know, I've got this monthly payment at the moment, haven't I?
Yeah.
I'm paying for tools for people out there who need a drill to build a house or whatever.
Yeah.
Am I now in the right to say, well, you can't have it all? Do you want the drill, or do you want the debt cancelled? This is what I'm saying. I'm just, you know, I'm all happy to help people out.
Do you think they're taking us for a mug? Is that what you think?
We'll see, won't we? Time will tell, won't we? You know what I mean? If next year at the same time Geldof's putting on another gig, I'll go, what's going on now?
Geldof putting on another gig! What's going on now?
I think you're missing out on the true meaning of today, Carl, which is an opportunity to see Keane for free. I think that's the problem.
I don't want to go. I don't like crowds and that, do I?
Right.
Don't be doing that. Don't like big crowds. People, because I was talking to people at work about it, and they were saying, oh, you know, it's a big occasion, it's one of them events, like, you've got to be down there, because in years to come, when they say, you know, were you there, I don't see what's good about having a memory being stuck in a crowd of 150,000 people. I prefer to do something nice, say if I have like a nice cake and a cup of tea, right? In years to come, when they go, do you remember that day when we were all cramped and what have you? I'll go, no, I was on a nice cake and a cup of tea. So I've got a nicer memory than them. And so I believe in doing something nice on a big occasion, do you know what I mean, on a special day. Do something nice, remember that.
The thing is, you have got a nicer memory than them, because when you look back and say what you're doing 20 years ago, your memory will tell you you were actually having a cup of tea and a cake, but with a chimpanzee that could talk English. That's what your memory will tell you. You're thinking, oh, I was out with my mate Marty, he's a chimp. And it just, you'll be in cuckoo land by the time you're 50. You'll be just wanting to go, oh, great that day, I remember Suzanne, I don't know what I'm talking to Suzanne.
She's down in Hyde Park watching Bed Shaped live. She's not worried about cake and a cup of tea.
Have you ever done a march or anything, though? Have you ever sort of...
What are you saying?
Have you know, you're having a go at me for not getting behind it all, right? Which I am, because I've got more standing orders going out my account for charities than anything, right? But have you ever got behind a problem?
No.
I don't think I have, to be fair, no, I am quite slack in that respect. It does take a lot of effort though, doesn't it?
Well, it depends. What sort?
Well, yeah, if you're going to do one of those walks from John O'Groats to Land's End or something, that's a lot of time commitment.
There's one, I'll tell you what, there is one that looks alright. On Portland Place, just off Oxford Street, there's always just a little Chinese fella sat on the pavement, right?
Oh, I've seen him, yeah.
What's that all about?
Yeah.
He's just sat there with a poster, but you don't know what it's for because it's in Chinese.
Yeah.
So he's just always sat there. But that's for me, that's the sort of march I want, where you just... And he's only there when it's sunny. If it's raining, they don't bother.
I tell a lie, I did pop down when all those women walked through London in their bras.
Embrace and Gravity on XFM 104.9.
We've had a couple of texts. People obviously can text in 83XFM. That's the text number for the big quiz that's coming up shortly. Rockbuster, still your opportunity to win some of those cracking prizes. Enter your name in the draw if you can unravel the, I don't know what you call them, conundrums that Carl sets.
Sort of.
We've had a couple of texts. Obviously we're leaving early today. This is a shortened show and our last show of this run. But we've got to leave early. We've got to go down and try and make poverty history. But Rob's texted and he says, only an hour and a half today. Well, poverty does have some benefits then.
He's a fan.
He understands the show.
Who was that little fella that used to write in who hated the show?
Oh, I forget his name. I haven't heard from him for a while. Actually, I don't know what happened. Maybe he realised that if he hated the show so much, the obvious thing to do was to switch off. Maybe that finally.
That's annoying.
What's his name? Someone remind us of his
I
name.
like people who hate us to carry on listening.
Yeah.
It just gives it an edge, doesn't it?
Yeah.
It's the fact that, you know, that you're annoying someone. I mean, I love annoying people.